the guy that encouraged his team to play way more towards the laning phase. They drafted Aatrox top lane. They drafted Kill Lane spot lane. They put Xiaohu on things like Syndra. And he is the guy that is more about early ganking, getting early leads, and forcing fights much earlier into the game. G2 are saying, we will fight you too. They've gone for the Aatrox. They have an Olaf who is so reliant on getting an early game lead. And RNG immediately say, enough of the utility, enough of the scaling. Give Xiaohu one of his best mid laners and put him on Thresh.
We got the LeBlanc.
Woo!
We got the
favorable a matchup as possible.
And my question here is, does RNG go for the early game? It's not going to be the case, so they're not going to the Lucian. Again, with this sort of composition, you now have more of a fallback. You don't have to slam lane early. You can look more towards those teamfights in the later stage, and I think this is a much more measured RNG. They clearly do not have the confidence to slam the bottom lane as they did maybe in some of those early games.
Now, I'm just going to throw it out there just in case, but there is the possibility of a Vayne coming out from Hjarnan. Right? You laugh, but I'm being serious. Something that Europe did often do.
Oh my God, he might do it.
When champions like Sivir and Kai'Sa would get locked in, never mind, the story is irrelevant.
That would just take, like, you would have to have more confidence than any human being has ever had. Game 5, you lock Vayne against Uzi.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
I would have loved it. I would have loved it, but I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, so I am extremely hyped for this matchup. Xiaohu has been considered one of the best Rise players on the planet, and he's going up against Perkz on this LeBlanc. Letme is playing his well-known tank Sion top lane. He is the best team fighter top laner in the LPL versus Wonder's Aatrox. Like, there are so many exciting matchups in this setup, and I cannot wait to see how this matchup plays out.
And you have to put the weight of each region onto their shoulders. G2 Esports, the 3rd seed coming out of the EU LCS that qualified through the regional qualifier, is taking on Royal Never Give Up, the LPL's 1st seed. We've heard the chants all day long in favor of RNG, the MSI champions, the back-to-back LPL champions. The golden road of winning every event that RNG have taken part in is on the line, is at stake, and Uzi may be eliminated by Hjarnan.
I'm not sure how to follow that one. I'm kind of gobsmacked. Who would have ever thought that that would come to be? But for G2 Esports, the team that failed in the finals of spring.
Stun onto Uzi, body block.
He can't get the ward!
Uzi can't pick it up. He's going to go down. Hjarnan kills Uzi.
Oh, the heal comes through. Will he walk away with his life? He does. Hjarnan gets away with it. He finds first blood onto Uzi.
So here it is one more time. Q flash from within, right over top. And look at this. Uzi turns around to get level 2 off the minion to level up his spell shield, but he's already been stunned. The ward is dropped. Everyone is stacking on the Lantern. He can't click it. He cannot get out. And not only that, how much health did he even have? The heal is late. The minion hits him. It's got to be 1 health. 1 health!
Of getting hooked, which is not really what you want. So I like the pressure that Ming is applying there, and it kind of forces Ming to back off. Jankos ganking Ming.
Yeah, of course, without those chains. Oh, the second ones do, though. And Xiaohu goes down. Beautifully played on the Mimic there by Perkz. They're off flash.
They go.
Hjarnan and Wadid. Glacial Fisher comes down, and Wadid forced to flash defensively. He will get taken out. Kill secured by Uzi. Yes, Jankos has arrived, but it may not be enough.
There is, but we're going to look at Jankos in the top lane.
Whoa, look at
Nocturne's
this.
coming.
Uzi gets caught
The
down.
ward.
The ward's on top of the lantern, and Hjarnan kills Uzi again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. That was unbelievable.
Just too good there from G2. Such nice play, because had he got out with the Lantern, MLXG can turn that around. He can come in with the ultimate and maybe make that play look so different, but twice now. The G2 with the quick thinking, dropping multiple wards onto this Lantern. And did he have Spell Shield, or was it just late?
Ooh, I wonder if he did have Spell Shield or not, because he has been using it in lane.
Yeah.
Just to kind of soak up a lot of the spells and kind of keep up the mana. But what I find interesting about this is G2 kind of encouraging.
Just got himself the Luden's Echo, and here comes MLXG. He's still got that Rift Herald,
looking.
but Ming's Death Sentence goes wide. The box goes down, Uzi jumps in. Here comes MLXG. Defensive flashes. Jankos has already killed
G2's
Ming.
winning
Now
this.
Jankos is turning it back around. Defensive flash from Uzi. Teleport's coming down.
Comes
Let's
Perks.
this will find out. Perks blows up RNG, and G2 win the fight.
It ends up being a 3-0 in favor of G2, and with this early comp that they've drafted, this is the perfect snowball as the crowd erupts for G2 Esports.
Jankos was just in the perfect spot at the perfect time. RNG did not expect the Olaf to be there. They look for the play, and he shuts it down hard, and then Perks on the roam gets so much from that, now way ahead of Xiaohu.
Being a favorite in this tournament is
He can get
Perks.
more.
Xiaohu may get solo
No way.
killed.
No
Big Light
way.
is ticking down. One more.
He gets him!
To see how well RNG handled this mid-game. You can see MLXG as well as Xiaohu coming down onto Wonder. He's used the World Ender, and the Realm Warp will cut off that escape route, but here comes Perks. Room Prison holds Wonder in place. He will start to revive and resurrect.
He gets MLXG!
Just blows up MLXG. Wonder throws down the Infernal Chains. That's going to pull Lemmy backwards. Perks
can get away!
the Xiaohu. Wonder's out. Wonder's alive. And Perks is looking for some sort of reply. Now Jankos
comes
trying to
Jankos.
run back down. He's got Ragnarok available to him. Wonder's going to escape with the recall. Now what did? We'll find a stun onto Let Me. This is chaos, but it is chaos that is benefiting G2.
6-0-0 for Perks. You give me Perks versus the world, I'm liking his odds. He is looking like an absolute monster in this series, trying to carry G2 to a semi-final.
It was this team that was built around Perks. Sven and Mithy left. Expect and Trickwood left as well, and Perks had to rebuild, and now in this situation where Wonder looks like he's as good as dead, 3 members of RNG collapse. They think they found themselves a pick, but the mid laner comes in for the rescue. He dives onto MLXG and just one-shots him with a single rotation of the combo. And even here, you think there's no way they can win this 2v1, but the damage of an Aatrox combined with a fed LeBlanc is more than enough to allow G2 to get the turnaround.
And tell me this isn't a scared RNG, reaching for kills, trying to find something. 2 flashes, 3 ultimates, all to chase Wonder, and they get nothing.
Unbelievable performance. The first time this organization has made it to quarterfinals, and they are in Game 5 with RNG.
And for the vast majority of this, Perks!
So close. The Ignite is ticking. That is not it. Perks is godlike with the help of Yarn and Edward. Now they turn their attention onto Let Me. He's just going to get run down.
The wards.
He finds the Lantern. The answer is no. A Death Sentence finds its mark, but it doesn't matter. 11 kills to 1. G2, they are going to do it.
Turn off the nameplates. Tell me who is the favorite. Tell me who is meant to be the world champion.
Busan answered in a resounding G2. That was what I...
Here in the world, and now he has his eyes on another pick.
Well, there we go. This is just going to be a matter of time. Perks is legendary.
Somebody stop this man!
0-1. I hate to quote it, but it is true. Prove yourself and rise. Make them remember you. Push through hell. G2 couldn't have peeled. Uzi's got the spell shield and a theoretical lantern that hasn't done
back on.
a whole lot this game already. Perks jumps in with a mimic, gets caught up, dash back to the river. He's already killed Ming, blown him up. The hourglass will buy some time as MLXG's trying to chase him down. Wonder gets the Infernal Chains onto Uzi, and he's got the resurrect from the ultimate. All of a sudden MLXG's down in a 5 versus 3. They're chasing RNG.
The turn to Uzi!
Who manages to turn it around. The AoE inside the choke point.
Perks is looking.
G2's HP. There's the spell shield popped as the 3rd and the 4th shot are fired. It's a 3-on-3 for now.
The game stands on a precipice. This can decide the entire series right here.
G2 Esports decide not to overchase. The Realm Warp to safety. Uzi and Xiaohu show you the power of the AoE.
And what was supposed to be a safe Baron for G2 ends up being an overcommitment, and Uzi saving the fight, and here he is.
All right, Perks manages to interrupt.
He can go back in.
Now Perks gets caught by a decimating smash. He's able to flash.
Here's
the
Yankos.
save. Here comes Yankos. Let me is the man up in the front, but they're going to get a teleport out of Xiaohu inside the Baron pit. This game is far from over, and RNG have not conceded.
Wonder is back alive, does have the teleport, but it looks like that they're not going to keep the fight going. Uzi, he's forced. Perks is eyeing for his target.
All right, Realmwhelp is going to deliver on top of the ward. Lemmi's going to make it in. Glacial Fisher comes down from where did. It's a turn in the fight from G2 Esports. That's a good play. Interrupted. Ming stops Perks. Now all of a sudden, Wonder's running for his life. Look at the re-engage from Lemmi. Wonder forced to dash over the wall to safety. Xiaohu's killed Wadid in a 10,000 gold deficit. RNG tear the roof off of Busan, and they are winning the fight.
Ming's play may have just saved the game there, playing Perks out of the distortion.
There's enough vision around this Baron area that G2 do not have full control, but
All right, Perks got a little bit caught out there. Lim manages to escape with his life, but Ming is dropped very, very low. They got him! Yankos has got one. Uzi forced to flash away, and Wonder's trying to chase him down. The Infernal Chain will pull him backwards. Darkness comes out from the Paranoia, and the rattling of the AoE from Xiaohu is melting G2 Esports. Perks is running for his life. The Infernal Chains comes down. It pulls Xiaohu backwards. That's one of the AoE monsters. Yes, G2 got the kill, but man, it felt like they lost.
It may not be in time. G2 could just commit for this bear, and we'll see if they do.
The Lantern is going to pull Uzi into the fight really quickly. 3,000 hit points. It's going to be the fight. Paranoia thrown down. MLXG will not be jumping back in, but the Death Sentence will find a target. All of a sudden, Wadid is down. Yes, he managed to get the ultimate off, but it simply isn't enough. Now we're going to fight. Look at the Realm Warp. That's going to
Perks over the wall.
Perks is looking for Uzi. Chunks him down to 50%. 3 members of G2 Esports have escaped for now, and Yankos will be the sacrificial lamb. Yankos will go down, along with Wadid, but 3 members of G2 hold the Baron buff.
They do get the 2 kills, but still, the most important members from G2, the solo laners, will have the Baron buff. If they want to try to go into 1-3-1, this may be their best chance at closing out the game.
But look at the gold. The fact that the 280 carries are even in this massive gold deficit. The fact that Uzi is still has so many items completed means that RNG is still so strong in this game. Wadid drops immediately. G2 recognized in a 4v5, and at this point in the game, they can't win the 5v5, so their goal is to just evacuate. Perks comes so close to executing Uzi, but unfortunately it's not enough, and now it's RNG that's on the push.
Minion, that's the first turret falling. The mid lane should fall, maybe? No, there's the engage. Death Sentence onto the cannon creep delivers a perfect play. GA,
Uzi's down!
Up, but with Uzi down, it's all on Xiaohu. Xiaohu's running for the Perks! Perks has found him! Perks goes golden with the hourglass. They may have just done it!
G2 have just dismantled RNG, and they're gonna make their way to the semi-finals!
G2 Esports will find another kill, will tear open the base, and Busan is cheering and screaming and crying. The underdogs reign supreme at Worlds 2018. When expectations were at their lowest, the G2 dynasty will be defined by taking down RNG. There are not enough words to describe the results of today's quarterfinals.
They did it! G2 actually took down RNG. I cannot believe that they were able to do it. The 3rd seed from Europe having to fight their way through the plains after, before that, even losing in the quarterfinals of the European LCS playoffs, to now getting through group stages off the back of a Heimerdinger, and then winning at the very end off the back of Perks and hit this fantastic G2 squad.
And it's at Worlds where legends will fall and new ones will rise up and be born. And we see Perks today making his stamp on this Worlds, 11-0-4.
And listen to the crowd, G2 cheers. Perks was the center man, the team was rebuilt around him. He was unable to make it to the bracket stage at World Championships when he had better players, as the world would say. But it is this G2 that is playing their game